Hello everyone, this is Sean. This is part 6 of my 1400 scale EnterpriseB build. And in this video I'm going to take you through what I've already done since my hobby club meeting, which was at the beginning of November. The first Saturday in November actually. And I will put you on the table now and show you what I did, so be right back. Of course, before I put you on the table, I just want to show you the new model shelf I bought for my model paints. I think it was only about $4 at Value Village. And of course, you'll see that I have added some of the model kits to the other shelf. Oh my, it's getting quite high. I'll arrange that shelf a bit later into something. Oh, just 1 minute. Here we are. So now the models are a bit more even, and since we're on the topic of model shelves, I might as well show you the shelves briefly that I have bought for the models I've already built. Be right back. Okay, so here we are. The first shelf, the front shelf, I have the models from Discovery. I have the Shenzhou, I have the Discovery Enterprise, and I have my 200 scale space shuttle model. And the second shelf I have the 2500 scale Discovery. I have the 2500 scale TOS Enterprise. The 2500 scale Enterprise A. You have to kind of get over the Discovery to see it. And of course the 24th century version of the 2500 scale Enterprise B. I'm just realizing something. I could probably put the Enterprise A on that bottom shelf too. There, that's better. The 3-ship Enterprise set has its own shelf. Discovery has its own shelf. And as you can see over here, I have my model car shelf. So the first 2 model cars I built, 32 scale Herbie, 24 scale Herbie, the one that's responsible for my 63,000 views and 156 of my so far 238 subscribers. The car from Knight Rider, Miami Vice Testarossa, Brian's Eclipse from Fast and Furious, and it's better to see from the side, the 3 of 4 DeLoreans. Now I haven't built the 4th DeLorean yet, but I will. So anyway, I'm going to take you back to the table and show you the progress on the 1400 scale EnterpriseB. Be right back. Alright, here we are. So I can show you the progress on the EnterpriseB right now. So nothing much changed on the bottom because the bottom was already complete. And the top, the only thing that changed on the top was that I started using my 2 Martha Stewart pearl paints here to on the panels. So I've done 3 full rings of panels. I'm going to rotate it around, see if you can, there you go, see, you can begin to see the blue and the orange as the light hits it correctly. There you go. There's the angle. And you can see the blue and the orange. Now I'm going to go all through the panels right to the outer edge here. And then I'll do the phasers. And once that detail painting is done, then I will put on the top Aztecs on the saucer. I had to use Microsol a few times on the bottom, but it's working. Now I'll show you what I did on the nacelles. As you can see here, I put on the bottom nacelle stripes, but as you can see, they're not, there was a gap to fill. Now at first, I filled just the front with the Craftsmart Robin's Egg Blue. But then I remembered from part 5 how I proved that paint could still be on the decal when it's applied, but I realized I can also apply paint to the decal after it's applied and turn this blue into the Robin's Egg Blue so it'll blend more closely with the rest of the ship. You see? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, use my finest brush, go over this blue, go over that blue, go over there, without going over the red stripe. And I'm going to get the nacelle working. But I'll show you the top too. That's what I did at my hobby club meeting. I did the Aztec decals on the both sides of the back. I did the Aztec decals, or at least I tried to, on the top front of the nacelle. Haven't done the wraparound yet. But the most important thing I did, and which is really closest to the color of Robin's Egg Blue, and I'm pleasantly surprised about that, all as one piece. The top nacelle trench decal. All I had to do was trim it a bit at the front, trim it a bit at the back, and if there's a little gap there, well, I'm going to fill that right now. I'll be right back. There. See? Because the Robin's Egg Blue blends in so well, it's virtually indistinguishable from the rest of the nacelle. So I'm going to have to do that on the top of this one as well. You can see the little gap there. So just 1 minute here. Here we go. It's amazing how closely the Robin's Egg Blue blends in with the rest of the decal. When the decal is dry and applied to the ship, it's quite wonderful. See? That one's done too. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I'm going to do the rest of the... because you can see here how glaring that is from the Robin's Egg Blue. So I'm going to blend this in, all these shapes with the Robin's Egg Blue, and I'm going to be right back and show you the results. See you in a few minutes. I realized the best thing to do is to show you the contrast between one that has been done with the Robin's Egg Blue and one that hasn't. You can see how the Robin's Egg Blue, everything's the same color, even in there. Even in those tiny stripes in that triangle piece. So I'm going to do this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, thanks for waiting. I'm back. That's about all I'm going to do today. But here you go. Both nacelles have been done. You can see it here. Front and back, and the side. This one has been done with the front there, and but you can see I went very careful, and I have kept the red stripe has not been interfered with. Oh, but I realize I'm going to need to do that back, so just give me 1 second. So there we are. I also did the back of this just now, and that's about all I'm going to do on the EnterpriseB right now for today. I will come back with part 7 when I have finished the pearl on the top saucer. Once the pearl's all finished, I'll come back and do a video about that. And I'm also going to try, once everything is dry on the nacelles, I'm going to try and do the tail fin decals and everything, so that I can get most of the entire nacelle done, tail fins, etc., before I attach it to the ship, because that's going to be one of the final stages. I mean, this ship, being in the Aztec decal stage, is practically done, which is good, because what I'm going to do for my next build is I'm actually going to build one of the model cars in this display case. Now you can see there's 6 there, there's 6 here, and there are 6 model cars on the bottom shelf. Now the one thing that all the model cars have in common, even the Chevy Nomad, because I'm going to adapt it for home improvement, Jill Taylor's car, each of the cars in this display case are all fictional model cars. Ones that you don't just see on the street, but were made specifically for a TV show or movie. So because I have a specific model car I want to build in May for Mother's Day from my mom, I decided that I'm going to build a few video cars in between model starships. For instance, I'll build one car, and then I will build the 1000 scale Enterprise refit, except this one's actually going to be the NX-02 Columbia, sorry, with the Aztec Jack's Hacks Creations decals. So after I've done that, I will build another model car, this time with an engine, so I'll pick the car with the simplest engine I can think of. And then I will build the 1000 scale Voyager with the landing legs, the opaque version that my parents gave me. That should be, if I'm following the schedule correctly, just one second. There we go. Here's an upcoming schedule. So for instance, I have finished the NX-01 refit. Once I've done the 1400 scale EnterpriseB, I will, well, I guess that gives away what I'm going to build next. I'm going to make model build number 34 be Herbie. NX-02 Columbia will be build 35. The DeLorean will be build 36, or maybe I'll switch the two around, you know, save Herbie until build 36. And build number 37 will be the landing legs 1000 scale u.s.s. Voyager. Its landing legs will be its base because it first landed in the second season premiere of Voyager called the 37s. So that is just a preview of what's coming up in my channel build series. I have just today, well yesterday, posted part 1 of my NX-01 refit Enterprise build, because while I was building the Excelsior, I started building that ship, the NX-01 refit, and it got about, I guess it had about 10 parts. Of course, I'm filming this in November 20th. And I'm about 10 weeks behind in posting the Excelsior build, but you'll see the entire NX-01 refit between now and 10 weeks from now. So into the new year. Close to my birthday, in fact, which is the beginning of February. So anyway, that's all I have for this video. So part 6 ended up being more of a what I'm working on now also video. And I'll see you later for part 7, and have a good weekend, and see you all later. Oh, one more thing. I post the Excelsior videos on a Tuesday night, so they land on my channel on a Wednesday. What I'm doing with the NX-01 refit build is I'm trying to get it uploaded on a Friday night so it posts on a Saturday. That way they're about 3 days apart, and I have 2 videos uploaded per week instead of just 1. And I don't think that the 1400 scale EnterpriseB overlaps with the 1000 scale NX-01 at all. So from now on, like in 4 days, you can expect to have the Excelsior build video part 15, I believe, uploaded. And in 1 week from now, on the 27th of November, I'll upload part 2 of the NX-01 refit build. So that'll be the schedule that I'll follow for now, and have lots of time to fix the nacelles on the Excelsior, so by the time I post part 25, which will be its grand finale, it'll all be repaired and it'll be on its nice new shelf. So anyway, talk to you all later, and have a good weekend.